Oh, boy, we're live. And what is going on with my thing? Welcome. What's that, Nicole?
Just making sure you're good.
Ooh, so helpful. Anyways, welcome to Quick Build After Dark. Once again, this is a show that is happening, and there's no way to stop it. Doesn't matter how many. Oh, one sec. Trying to fix this very last minute, trying to get stuff going today. But that's okay, because this show is not supposed to be organized. Anyways, welcome back to Quick Build After Dark, the worst show on the internet. But once again, I guess you've tuned in. So, I don't know, legal bullshit. This is my views that are own, not anybody else. Imagine, man, I just imagine every time I say something that stupid that I'm in court going over the case of whatever dumb shit I said. And some poor fucking court reporter has to write out something stupid like that. And I just love thinking about like what their face would look like while they're doing that. Okay. You got the shit working. And it brings me joy, really. So today we're going to continue building this beautiful set that exists. I'll get the box 1 second. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Professional live streamer, totally didn't set up for 2 minutes or 3 minutes after it was supposed to start. That's I'm a professional. So it's another set from Ahsoka. I'm pretty pumped for because the show keeps coming out and I haven't built all the sets yet. Normally what happens is like these kind of shows come out, I get all the sets in day one, I build them all. But luckily, that's not the case this week. I've been enjoying the show and now I get to build a Lego set from it, which is a very good change of pace. Normally I build everything and go, can't wait to see what the fuck this is about. And that's like just the way she go. I got confused. So first we're building Shin Hati. That's her name. I don't ask Star Wars names. They're always weird. Now there is like a glaring omission of capes in this set, which I have noted before. And also the fact that these guys got red lightsabers. When in the show, pretty sure Balin and Shin do not have red lightsabers. They got kind of orangey ones, Probably a trans orange would have worked. Let's see what we got. I got a bunch of yellow ones just saved up. The new Rey set that's coming out, for some reason she's got a green lightsaber. Weird, should be yellow. Let's not think too much about that one. But the thing is, I don't think a trans orange bar exists yet. So we kind of run into that issue. So now, I guess I'll show off a little bit of me having to think about these things. So let's add this to the stage. No, wait, that's not how you do it. Let's remove that. I'm going to hit the present button. And we're going to go to a new Chrome tab. Fuck, I didn't open it in advance. Look at that, professional. So 1 second, let me get away from where it shows people's legal names, because we probably shouldn't present that. I think I could actually get sued for that. So we're going to share a cheeky little screen. So I'll just show off a little bit of how you would use Bricklink. So the lightsaber piece is called a 4L bar. Pop it open, there's the piece. You can pull open the piece, you can see colors that it exists in. So obviously we want to scroll all the way down to trans. So trans neon orange obviously exists. We've all seen that before. But there's also looks like a trans orange does exist. It's like one person got 4 of them. So let's go figure out if it actually does exist, because that's not a good sign whenever you click on that. Yeah, it looks like Lego has not released an actual trans orange one yet. That being said, you can always get some weirder pieces. But it looks like trans neon orange is kind of like where you're going to have to go if you want to make those slightly red lightsabers, which sucks because trans neon orange is very, very bright orange, as you can vaguely see. Let me see if I can find an actual picture of the color. There it is. So this is trans neon orange. You can see the bar right there. That's pretty damn bright for these lightsabers. So let's go back and see if there's another option here. Zoom away a little bit. So there's multiple bars. You know, if you use a 3L bar, it's going to look a little small, but we can check there. Quickly pull open the sets. It looks like there is not a lot of trans 3L bars that exist. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Thing is, in bright green, I know there's one in the Simpsons one. It looks like an alien has one. So I give this one to Yoda all the time. Let's find out where trans red is from. Oh, the Kylo Ren. And just a ton of these figures. It looks like a lot of CMFs have the 3L bar in the trans colors. So maybe that's why LEGO doesn't release too many of them. Who knows? I just know that these lightsabers slightly wrong color. Trans orange would have been perfect. Very common color that LEGO could use in more places, but it's okay. They're going to get some trans neon orange. That's just going to be what we do. And I almost want to buy ones on Bricklink, like the ones that do exist. I almost want to buy just to make these figs, but I guess not. I am back, Michael Chan. Oh, I've starred your comments somehow. I am back from Edmonton. It was an exciting time. If you check out the Instagram of Quick Build Bricks, you know, that's where we post all the bullshit. You can see all of the bullshit that happened this weekend, where we built a big castle for eBay at the Edmonton Fan Expo. It was pretty fun. I got to build it with my good friend Sam Malmberg, Groovy Bones, who is actually a LEGO Masters Season 4 contestant, which is really sad because I was almost on that show with somebody I really like. So, like, I'm a little disappointed that they didn't let me on last time. And so far, I'm still a applicant for Season 5 of LEGO Masters because there are no actual successful ones yet because nobody's heard back anything. So I found that was a very interesting little fun fact that I heard. So maybe my wife and I are still in the running to be on LEGO Masters. That would be fun. I have a feeling they watched 5 minutes of this and went, do not talk to that guy. But, you know, here's hoping that that's not the case. And you know what? If you do work for LEGO Masters, still happy to be on it. Let me know. Hit me up. Hit me up. Like, I'm not like desperate. I want you to know that like I feel safe, but like you should feel safe. And like, that's a dumb reference. So there's a great reference. That's a great little thing from a video. It's a guy talking about like, oh, if liberals wants my guns, they can come take them from me, like, and kiss me a little, take them with their soft hands, and like I want them to like make me feel unsafe, but like also that I know that I'm safe. It's a really dumb little reference, but it's a great video because it's a guy like going like that, like, oh no, don't come and touch me with your soft hands, you liberals. Don't come and take my guns with your warm lips. And yeah, I don't know. It was pretty fucking funny. It goes on quite a bit. It's very. There you go. Go check out somebody else's content. Is what we do here. I reference other people's content that you can go watch. Also, the newest episode of Ahsoka came out. I'm I don't know. When it comes to a TV show that you can just put on and watch, how long are you supposed to wait for a spoiler? Like, kind of if you have Disney Plus and you haven't watched it yet, it's kind of a failing on you. But, you know, we're not going to spoil anything from Ahsoka today because I don't feel like it. And, like, there's nothing really exciting to talk about from the episode. So, yeah. I'll sum it up to I enjoyed it. Can't wait to see the next one. I hope that's not too much of a spoiler for some people, but you really never know. some people get very offended about spoilers. I know the Eternals came out, and not a lot of people were going to see it because it was very like mid-COVID, and people were like living in fear, which is something you should do during a global pandemic. But like whatever. So I went and saw that, and immediately we had a quick build after dark where I spoiled the entire fucking movie. Well, like the real problem with that movie is when you have such a big cast, a bunch of them are gonna die. Okay, it shouldn't be that much of a shocker when half your cast dies. That's just life, right? That's just how it go. So I spoiled a bunch of that, and I remember Simon was really sad about it. He started crying. He texted me saying he was very sad and needed help with spoilers because he was so distraught with the fact that I would tell him about a movie that had just come out. Nailed it. Okay, that was a circle we just talked in. I kind of wish I had a little graphic that went like the circle of talk. So if you can't tell, I think my voice is getting a little lost. It might be a little sick. That's what happens when I fly to fucking Edmonton, see that many people at Fan Expo, and then come back. Although I did see Carl Weathers from a distance, and he was wearing a mask the entire time, which was interesting because if I was Carl Weathers and I knew masks existed, I would just hire random ass people to go pretend to be me. But it was really funny to see Carl Weathers from far away wearing a mask, and then remember that he was on the same show with Gina Carano, who was very famous for not being into wearing masks or, maintaining a successful career. That was not one of her kinks. We don't kink shame here, but I personally think that if you want to stay a successful actor, you should probably be less of a Dumbo. Keep your opinions to yourself and just go, yeah, sure, whatever you guys need. I'm just here to act on stuff and get paid a fuck ton of money and get my own spin-off TV show. Wild. Oh, tonight the word is a word that rhymes with hark. That's dumb. This is the apex predator of the sea. That is the word that I am looking for today. And no, Denise, it is not fish. Fish would be the wrong answer. No, I forgot how to build Lego for a second there. Oh, now I'm remembering. I've once again remembered how to build a Lego. We are now approaching our first sticker. Sticker number 11. The sticker may go up to 11, but I don't. I don't. I'm very tired and a little sick today. Please forgive my performance. Please forgive us. Oh, there we go. Honestly, I really like this fighter because it reminds me of just like a standard ass plane. I forget what it's called. It's called Shinhadi's fighter. Okay, it doesn't have a name, but pretty unique. It looks very like a World War II plane, so I'm kind of into it because I do love random World War II bullshit a little too much. I just think war stuff is neat, and history is wild when you find the little bits of history that aren't very common knowledge. Like Nancy Reagan was the throat goat. She was famous for sucking cock all over Washington, like literally known as the throat goat, Nancy Reagan. That's true. I didn't make that up. You can actually look up if Nancy Reagan was the throat goat, and it's fucking true. She was the goddamn throat goat. And also her husband completely ruined the U.S. economy for years to come. And honestly, we still haven't fully recovered from the bullshit that Reagan got rid of. But that's just American stuff. Nobody cares about that. Let's focus on Lego. So if you notice that Lego sets are made out of plastic, and plastic is the nectar of the gods. That is also definitely a true fact. Nancy Reagan thing's still very true. Look it up. Literally. Throat goat. But there's like other weird things like that. Because you'd think that a president who had a wife who was just going around Washington sucking everyone's dicks would be kind of like a big deal. Because, you know, Clinton, yeah, you don't need understanding Monica Lewinsky stuff. Like, yeah, that shit's weird. But yeah, that's a different one where that guy, he got his dick sucked in the Oval Office, allegedly. Or did they prove it? I don't know. And that's what got him kicked out as president. But the dudes whose wife was just running around Washington, sucking dick all the time while pushing some, like, weird idealism of, like, keeping yourself pure and, like, anti-drug shit that was really just targeting black people. It's kind of weird. But you know what? History, that's what I love about history. You get into weird shit like that. So World War II is rife with that kind of shit. And like after World War II stuff with like the Soviet regime stuff, oh my god. There's a lot of throat goats in there too. Not as many as Nancy Reagan, who was just running around giving them out like they were candy on Halloween to trick-or-treaters. Anybody dressed like an old white man got one. Some delicious wine. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're sponsored by Lighthouse Wine. It's a Riesling. It's a VQA on EQAO Ontario wine. It's a 2020 Riesling. 12%, 750 milliliters. It's a Pelee Island Estate one. Once again, we are definitely sponsored by them. And if they want me to stop saying that, they need to send me a cease and desist. Which is amazing, because I feel like I'm just gunning for some more cease and desists at this point. Just because, like, let's be real, I'm not listening to a fucking cease and desist. That's a lie, actually. If I got a cease and desist saying, hey, stop saying that we're sponsoring you, I think I'd have to listen. But honestly, if any company did that, kind of rude. I just gave them free sponsorship. And there's more sponsorship opportunities where that comes from. Where else are you going to reach 4 random people on a Wednesday night? The demographics do not lie. 4 whole people could get advertised some Lighthouse wine. It's actually a pretty decent wine. Which is funny, recently in Edmonton, actually, I met somebody who watches the stream. I know. I met one of the 4. It was like a needle in a haystack. And they don't drink anymore. But watching me drink apparently satisfies their cravings for alcohol. So I realize I have a market in former alcoholics who need to be reminded what a dumbass drunk person looks like. Me. I'm the dumbass drunk person. So I think that's what I need to start advertising to. Former alcoholics. No, that's actually a terrible idea, because when this guy said this to me, I was like, please do not let Quick Build After Dark be the reason you start drinking again. Don't let it be the same problem that I have with this show, which it is the reason I started drinking again. I mean, I never stopped, but like now I drink even more. So today I also spent the entire day building Legos. So at this point, I'm a little done with building for a bit. I need a fucking break, which is dumb because I still have a project I have to finish tomorrow by the end of the week for a specific company that I 100% cannot name at the moment. Actually, maybe ever. I don't think I can ever take credit for being the person who built this, but it's exciting stuff because it's a fun little build that I'm doing. Okay, that's what we're gonna say. And then last week I was doing my special project. I can now mention that it was definitely not in Chicago, which everybody was guessing because of the proximity to a lake. Good guesses, everybody. I can't say where it was still, but I can say that that project is going ahead. And I'm very excited about it. And a project I wasn't excited about is not going ahead. So it's been a good day, and I had a great interview yesterday. Just having a great time in life right now. Aside from probably being sick, and also like I may collapse during this because I am like tired, which is dumb because I slept in quite a bit before heading over to my Lego project in the Lego workshop that I use, and I like didn't really end up there till like 12, even though I normally kind of wake up around 10 and like dilly dally a little, and then get over there at like 10:30 ish. But that's okay. I got some extra sleep. But right now, I feel like I definitely need more extra sleep. Which is weird, because I think I went full circle where it was like, I was exhausted, and now I'm not exhausted, or still exhausted. I went from being too tired to do the show to so tired that it's probably making the show a little funnier. I hope. Because that's just how we do it at Quick Build After Dark. Wow. I really struggled to get through all of that speaking. Oh man, I'm feeling interesting. Somebody is texting me. Who do you think would be rude enough to text me midstream? It's my wife. Okay, it was worth checking an email a text midstream, and I hope you all enjoyed watching me do it. I think I'm building a wing of some sort of Shin Hati's fighter, which we finally heard her name get said out loud, and it was just as dumb as we all thought it was. Shin Hati. Yeah, it's a Star Wars name though. All the Star Wars names are weird, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's fucking dumb. That's a stupid name. Luke. Very dumb name. Sorry, everybody named Luke. It's just because that's a real one, so you get to make fun of that. I think the name Leia is actually a real name. Which is wild, considering it definitely sounds like some fake fucking George Lucas bullshit. Like, oh, so this one's name is Leia. The secret word is shark, Denise. Woo! Woo, look at Denise go! She guessed it. It's been a little while since she guessed it, but today Denise has guessed it. Let me put this wing on. Oh, you built both wings in the same bag. Let's pull open the thing. I'm going to bear with me as I very sickly try to pull open the thing. Here's all the stuff I may have to do. Now let's get the dice open. 8-sided dice. I kind of like don't want to do wet socks this week, but if it is wet socks, I might do it for you guys. Okay, here we go. Presenting the tab. I swear I know how to do this, jeez. There it is, 8. I don't know if we've ever gotten an 8 before, but I have to eat a spoonful of flour. So let's get Nicole, our lovely assistant, bring me down a spoon of flour. Wherever, I don't know how to use my phone anywhere. It's my laptop that texts. Okay, that's done. Oh, wow, I'm actually very impressed by a little email I just got. I have a feeling. Sorry, bit distracted. Spoonful of flour will come at some point, and I will have that. Sorry, I got distracted because I guess I had such a good interview with somebody that they specifically went out of their way to send me an extra email. But I'm just very impressed. Sorry. That was me a little flabbergasted for a second, because normally when you apply for jobs and you have interviews, like, a lot of them will be like, it's a job, whatever, like, come take the job. and they have to convince you why you want to take the job. But in this case, I think they liked me so much that they're like really putting the work in to get me. And I know it's surprising because if you've watched this stream ever, why would they do that? But yeah, I'm just impressed, everybody. So shout out to this company. We'll not name them because that would probably cost me the job to ever bring up where I work on this. But, you know, fuck it up to the tempo. It also looks like they sent me, like, they're going to teach me how to sell what they sell. And then after the first year, they're going to expect me to get 80% of these questions right, which is really funny because to me, I'm betting that, like, the amount of knowledge I'm going to need to know won't be that much. Because a lot of these companies kind of rely on regular people when I'm a lunatic of memory. And that basically entails that if I need to learn a bunch of stuff about your company, I got it. I got it covered, you know. Thanks, Denise. I'm very excited, but we'll see. I have to do like a personality test tomorrow or today, and we all know you need a personality to take a test on that. My lovely assistant, Nicole, is taking forever. Hey, Nicole, check your phone! Tried shouting so that she could hear me, but I don't even think she did hear me, to be honest. You ever do that where you try to speak louder and then you just shout instead, and then nobody hears it anyways, and you're like, well, what was the point of that? I should have just, like, called somebody or something. I think it worked, actually. A spoonful of flour is coming. As you all know, a spoonful of flour does not help the medicine go down. That would be sugar that helps the medicine go down. I'll tell you what, that nanny probably gave those kids diabetes with spoons full of sugar just shoveled down their gobs. But it was World War II. I feel like getting diabetes is like a perk to World War II. Ooh, that's a heaping spoon of flour.
And your favorite soup
Feed
spoon.
it to me like a baby bird.
No.
Give me it. Put it in my mouth.
You should tip your head back. It'll be funnier.
No.
That's your problem now.
Floury. Oh my god, it's like the cinnamon talon. Oh boy. Wow, that's floury. Oh wow. That is oh, that's all over it. Actually not that bad with the one. Oh boy. Well, I've never gotten that one before, and I'll tell you what, didn't like it. Did not like that one bit. I'm glad Denise liked it. That was a really big spoon of flour. I mean, like that made it a lot more comedic than if I finished the spoon and just went, well, I did that now. Wow, that's really, like, caked in my mouth. Okay, well, I'll deal with that later. That'll look gross. I'm going to just be like, ah. No, I need a finger in my mouth for that. Oh, in other news, if you want to meet Lego Masters winner of Season 3, Nick Delamora is going to be at the Yorkdale Lego store on the 22nd of September, I believe. I actually spent all day building with Nick Delamora. It was pretty fun. And you know what? I used to have opinions of Nick because I didn't really know him. And now that I know Nick, I'm like, I guess pretty okay. Pretty cool. This was posted on the main Lego thing. Meet Nick, the winner of Lego Masters Season 3. Come say hi Saturday, September 23rd from 1 to 4 at the Lego store at Yorkdale Shopping Center. I'm going to reply, oh my God, I can't wait. That Nick guy is so handsome. There we go. That's a real comment that I put somewhere now. Man, flowers in my mouth. And honestly, it's like caked into so many little crevices of my mouth right now. I feel like shit, I forget his name. I feel like the guy who played the Godfather with all the cotton balls in his mouth. You come to me the day of my daughter's wedding. Sorry, I gotta do it even more dramatically in stupid Italian. You come to me the day of my daughter's wedding. For some reason, he's like weird Swedish Italian mix now. Super odd. But that's how the cookie crumbles. Also today, while talking to Nick, found out that he's half Portuguese. And then, like, we talked a little more, and he got the skin tone from his northern Italian dad, though. And I find that so funny because, like, Volcano is fun. I can't wait to watch it, Denise. I find that funny because in my family, we all got the color from the Portuguese side going forward, and then my mom had us, and we all came out white as fuck. So, like, got rid of that, I guess. Just fire up the old whitener. I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's so much flour still in my mouth. I'm just like, I think the discomfort is just making me say uncomfortable things. Like, hey, Timmy, have you ever seen a grown man naked? It's a great Airplane reference, which... Is that Airplane? I don't fucking remember. Leslie Nielsen is kind of psychotic in his comedy. Like, you go back and look at that stuff, and it's like, wow, you guys just went for it back in the day. And Leslie Nielsen would say, oh yeah, we just fucking went for it back in the day. I'm actually going to take a very short bathroom break and clean up my mouth a little. Let's turn on the sign. Pee-pee time. Or is it potty time? Which one do we use? Potty time. Still flour. Okay, it was a good attempt to get the flour out of my mouth. It didn't really work that well. But you know what? It's a little easier now. Okay, we're going to move on to bag 9 of Shinhadi's Fighter. This is set number 5364. Honestly, I think last time I had a very big struggle reading that as well. And it's funny because, like, there's certain number combos that are very hard to catch when you say it. Like, my phone number is probably the worst one. Which I was about to just say on the stream because I thought it'd be funny, but then I remember that these are archived and on YouTube. So if I ever do blow up as some famous YouTuber, which will never happen, so I don't have to worry too much about that, I don't want to worry about my number getting leaked. Like, it's the exact reason why, like, I'm pretty sure some of my other YouTuber friends, I know I actually have too many at this point, and it's really funny because I end up hanging out with a lot of them in Lego capacity, not even knowing that they have like very successful channels. And then later on, people would be like, "Oh, I saw you were tagged with this guy," and be like, "You know, they have 8 million subscribers." And I go, "They got what?" Because like I don't give a shit about that stuff. I'm not trying to like network and milk off of your bullshit. Like, if you're cool people, I'll hang out with you. That's I mean, that's it. What else would there be to it? But while hanging out with some of those people, I realized like, oh, like one of the Nicks, I don't remember which Nick at this point. There's like 8 fucking different Brick and Nick, Nick and Brick, whatever the N-word Brick. I don't know. That was BFAPs. There's a bunch of those guys with those names. So one of them said their number like kind of as a joke in a very early video, and that wasn't really a thing until they were super more famous, got to like, I don't know, 8 million subscribers. That sounds like a number. And then suddenly somebody found the number and was like, hey, their phone number's this. So I came very close to just saying my number, but it does end in confusing numbers similar to 75364. Yeah, like pretty damn close. But I'm smart enough not to share it, just in case somehow I become YouTube famous at some point. The thing is, I'm pretty sure most people who want to watch streams have watched 5 seconds of Quick Build After Dark and then gone, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? This guy needs help. And they're right about that. So for this ship, it looks like I'm building kind of an interesting snot thing to shove on the back. That's very odd that they wouldn't include that till now. And this cockpit is also like very condensed. But like I feel like Lego's been getting so much better at building decent cockpits. Now some of them may be fucking massive from the past, but now we're like in the era of good tiny Lego cockpit. And I'm really starting to love the designs we're getting. It's weird to see the Star Wars like part of the company trying. I know there's definitely been some very stagnant Star Wars years, but now that Lego has become a little more bigger market share, they also apparently think that they have the maximum market share that they can get in North America. Just the stupidest fucking sentence I've ever read in my life. Like, that's not a thing. There is no maximum market share here. Like, no. I mean, there's a ton of people we can still hook into Lego and get addicted and drain all their life savings off to Denmark. And you know what? I, for one, welcome our new Danish overlords. But for Lego to straight up claim that they have the entire market share of what they're going to get is redonkulous. And I'm going to say it here first, folks. Lego Group, not smart on this one. Although in other block building news, fucking Megablox is releasing an Xbox 360 set, which I am very excited for. Like, if I was able to pull off pre-ordering it, because unfortunately I was not able to. I saw it a little too late, which is funny because I got really lucky and I grabbed the Spirit of Fire Megablox set from Halo. Denise probably knows what that is. And it's really sick because it comes with Miranda keys. And, you know, Megablox figures are like freaky little action figures. So, like, I don't give a fuck about their figures. Like, I got a Chief, I got Atriox, and random Spartans and shit. But, like, I don't care about their figures at all, but the Spirit of Fire little Mega Bloks build was very solid. But as always, Mega Bloks has issues of like their quality control is kind of shite, and they also include so many extra pieces. And I think it's because they have more standardized bags for sets, which is kind of clever. But then it leaves you with a lot of extra shit. But I don't know. If you're into Halo, Mega Bloks is the only company making good Halo shit. Maybe one day Lego will cave and let us have Halo. I mean, they're gonna make a Dune set allegedly. I don't know about you, but Dune feels almost more adult than Halo at times. But I don't know how these things work. Like I always say, I'm just some dumbass who builds Lego and sells garbage to people who don't need it. That is on my store or while working. It doesn't really matter, you know? We're around. Hello there. Hello, Samir. Thank you for coming, Mr. Samir. Or I should probably call you your username because that kind of gives away your entire name to call you your first name. Oh, shit. I forgot how to build Lego for a second. That actually happens a lot on this show where I just completely forget that I'm supposed to be building Lego. And I just get stuck on a tangent where I don't even know what I was just talking about. I was bitching about something. Samir is in the house. Samir, have you ever had the displeasure of watching Quick Build After Dark? Because you're in for a bit of a show. Because this is terrible stream. Oh, okay, good. I didn't just out Samir's real name. I mean, my real name is Joseph Opera, if anybody wants to know that. You can add me on Facebook. I'll add anybody back. I really don't give a shit. That's how that works. So we're still building Shin Happy's fighter. It's 75364. Yeah, that is the right one. I got it wrong like 10 times earlier, but today, the 8th time I said it, we got it right. So that's nice to go with. It's actually Samir's first time. Well, Samir, it looks like this, and it doesn't get entertaining. If you're sitting there wondering, hey, when does this get good? It doesn't. That's really the secret of Quick Build After Dark is I feel like at this point it's just a private show with Denise, and we just hang out. So I'm fine with still making a private show for Denise, but I do like when we get 1 or 2 other viewers. And, you know, sometimes it does happen. But I am building a Star Wars Lego. I'm probably complaining about Star Wars. And I'm going to say it again. I am very, very happy with Star Wars so far. Because you don't even need to make good Star Wars. Just keep feeding me Star Wars, and I'm happy. Like, as long as I'm watching Star Wars, just keep doing it. Keep giving me Star Wars. So people are complaining about Ahsoka, this, that, and that, blah, blah. I don't care. Star Wars. You give me the war in the stars, I watch it. And, like, I feel like almost the entire audience of Star Wars needs to be reminded that, like, the first couple movies aren't that amazing. Like, they're fun. We got introduced to this whole new universe that's, like, mind-blowing. And, like, at the time, it's, like, so different and special. But in reality, the writing was just as shitty as it is today, if anybody has complaints. Like if the base story is kind of shittily written, you're going to end up with more shit. But that doesn't matter because I obviously fucking really like Star Wars. I will keep buying sets and keep watching their whatever bullshit they got, and I'll make costumes of it. And, you know, Star Wars. Because that is how I do it. But everybody else, you're welcome to be upset about newer Star Warses. Just understand, like, it's Star Wars. Okay, it's gonna be Star Wars no matter what. And I try not to spoil anything about Ahsoka, but like it's just more Star Wars. And the thing is, if you like Rebels, you're gonna like Ahsoka. You like Clone Wars, you're gonna like Ahsoka. The Mando universe stuff is good to you. You're gonna like all this shit. So just sit back and enjoy the Star Wars. What is your favorite movie then, Samir? Is it something obscure? Are you gonna be a little hipster with us? Hit us with like a Francis Ford Coppola? Because I actually I don't think Star Wars is in my favorite movies. Like, I really like Empire Strikes Back. I think that is the best Star Wars. But like, as far as the best movie I've ever seen, I don't think it's Star Wars. It is kind of Rebels season 5, Samir. Like, that's not too wrong. But if you wanted more Rebels, here you go. And honestly, I'm very happy to get some more Rebels going. Like that, there's nothing wrong with Rebels. I really liked it. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's too much for kids." I'm like, "Ah, whatever." And there's other people who are like, "Oh, they use a lightsaber as a fucking helicopter." Like, it don't matter. Have fun. Star Wars. They release more Star Wars. Watch more Star Wars. Okay, finally, I'm going to be building Balin Skull, who is played by Ray Stevenson, who is otherwise known as deceased. Because Ray Stevenson has passed away. RIP. That's probably the end of Balin Skull, which sucks, but it's interesting because we'll probably see some kind of different approach to what's happening in the season. So like it's getting a little interesting. Where it's going to be like he's looking for something somewhere, and he revealed his real intentions. He's not really a mercenary. Yada yada. So that's very exciting stuff, and I'm excited to see how they handle the fact that he is dead. Most likely, I assume we're gonna see some very dramatic scene where Ahsoka kills him. But it's very hard to appear in a TV show while being dead in real life. Hope everybody understands that. Not trying to be like, oh, he's dead. Ha ha. Just, he's passed away, and that's going to have to be handled. And how that's handled is, I guess, up to the writers. So I'm excited to see the way they do that. Nope, gotta build 3 times something. Which is always a fun time in any build. It's just the sitting down and going, oh, time to do this and this and this. Departed, Gone Baby Gone. Okay. Pretty good choices, Samir. I do like the Departed. Mostly because that has a fucking insane ending to it. Like, I don't think anybody cares if I spoil a very old, well, not very old. I don't think anybody cares if I spoil that movie at this point, but fuck yeah, that is a mind-blowing ending. Just everybody starts dying. It's crazy. Yeah. So far, Ray Stevenson is very good on the show. I'm really, really sad that he passed away before we could really see the culmination of his character. But it is interesting because now they're able to kind of add in a bit more of a different dynamic of probably Shin-Hati taking over as like the main one. Yeah, Departed ending is insane, Samir. Ooh, Django Unchained. That's a great movie. That's a really fun movie because like you're really not expecting anything in that movie to happen the way it happens as well. Like it's suddenly just like very, very chill movie. Nothing crazy is happening. Very weird for a Tarantino movie. And then it just all kicks off at the same time. Like, I guess there is a bit of crazy stuff, but like it like really culminates to a wild moment. And I think that's kind of what Tarantino was going for with that. I guess the one that doesn't really get brought up a lot for Tarantino though was after Django Unchained, he did another like similar time period. The Hateful Eight, which is like all in the same location, and that is an incredible movie. Yeah, exactly. Like the way they build up Django Unchained. Sorry, Samir said the last hour is built up really well. Yeah, the way it's all built up is fucking incredible. Ooh, I'm getting texts. Do you think it's Nicole telling me something useful, or is it more Bothan's dying? No, it's the exact same. Oh, somebody tracked something. Oh my god, Samir, you haven't watched Hateful Eight yet? That's if you like Django Unchained and Tarantino, that's a movie you need to check out for sure. It's a great movie, really fun. It's like I think what I like the most about it is how contained it ends up being. Because like there is basically one location in the movie, Samir, and it's like it's done really well where the size of the place and the kind of feel goes really well with the mood of the movie. And I know nothing about filmmaking, so don't ask for much beyond that. It's just I'm always impressed by the way a world can be built out with some very well placed wording and explanations of things. There we go. I made it through that sentence. Pat myself on the back. Have a good swig of this nice white wine. You should definitely watch that movie, Samir. Hateful Eight is the movie we're talking about, everybody. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's heads up if you're not into violence and blood and gore and classic Tarantino stuff. Might not be the movie for you. Don't gotta worry about that. But it's definitely fun. And as always, I will say that Christoph Waltz, who is in that movie, I believe. I know he's in Django Unchained. I don't remember if he's in the other one, but there's a lot of the other like familiar faces from Tarantino stuff, and their performances are fucking amazing. Samuel L. Jackson's performance in that movie might be one of his best performances in a movie because there's not one moment during that movie that you don't know exactly what Samuel L. Jackson's character is thinking. And it's it would be overacting if it was anybody else. But with Samuel L. Jackson, it makes it through. Once again, I still don't know anything about movies, so don't listen to my opinions. I'm just finishing up Shin Hadi's fighter. There's a crazy building technique on this fighter that I cannot believe I just did on a set. Like, Lego has been really stepping up their game when it comes to kind of meeting mock makers. I don't know who in the Star Wars team is starting to make good sets, but it's been a little bit since we've had some really good sets. I think I even built it wrong. That's how awesome this build is. I wasn't paying attention and put it in wrong. That's what she said. I also like that they're starting to add little storage compartments to ships where you can shovel the extra crap. So I feel like we're getting so much crap with minifigures that we're where do we put it though? So now anybody with a helmet who takes off that helmet gets a hairpiece. And I find it very nice because back in the day, we didn't get hairpieces. If you wanted to have a character with their hair, you had to find a good hairpiece, shove it on there. So it's really fun that we're starting to get those. Ooh, there's a pink and yellow bushing in this set. Oh, weird. They also gave them like standard lightsaber hilts instead of like a different color one. Yeah, it really does make a set more complete when you can get everything just jammed inside it. This is a pretty solid set. I'm very happy with it. The E-Wing from the second part of it was also really good. We built it last week on Cookbook After Dark. Oh, I can actually just show it off. Look at that beautiful E-Wing. Also has really good landing gear on it and a ton of storage in that E-Wing. So it's a lot of fun to build these. Now, these guys are going to need capes, so let's get my cape bag out. So it looks like the first cape is for Balin Skull, which can just be a standard black cape. I'm going to use one of the... Here, I'll add Lurker Joe. I'm going to use one of the newer ones with one hole. So, I'm going to take Balin Skull. I'm going to rip his head off, I think. Gonna give him his cape. And there we go. Got a nice cape. Now that's a more complete figure. Okay, so for Shin, I actually haven't looked up what her cloak looks like. We're gonna do a quick look for that. I won't bother sharing it, I'll just look at it. It looked like she's just got a brown cape, which kind of sucks. I was going to try to find her a dark tan cape if we had one of those going, but I'm actually not sure. I think just brown would work. Which is a little sad because I really want to find a dark tan one. Their dark tan ones don't exist, I think. Let's find out. And then we'll get rid of me. And I'm going to show off. So this is what we look like. Like, I know in this angle it looks kind of olivey, but I think it's actually brown. Nope. That's kind of funny. That looks like a brown cape, to be honest. Nope. Spoilers. I don't know. What color are we thinking? Samir, what do you got for me? Dark tan definitely won't work. Is it olive or is it... They didn't come with capes. Really, really dumb. Yeah, I think it's just brown. Okay, that's kind of lame. Maybe I'll see if I have a dark brown one. Yeah. Samir's saying dark brown. We're going to listen to Samir on this one. Now, obviously, my capes are not well organized, but I know I got dark brown ones in here. Oh, I actually do have dark tan ones, too. Neat. Okay. Didn't think I had some of those. For some reason, I have a comma for the original, or I guess Phase 2 Rex. A lot of standard brown, because obviously, like, the original Jedi all had the brown, standard brown capes. So I gotta find my stack of capes that have the dark brown in it. Ooh, I think that's what we've got here. Nope. All standard brown. Ooh. Man, there's some cool capes that I've got. Like, I buy a lot of capes, though. I know I'm very weird in that way, where I love Lego capes. They rarely make it into mocks, and I rarely even put them on people because I don't like using them, but I do have a lot of capes going. Here's my sack of capes. Awesome, we found some dark brown. Oh, wow, these are real capes, too. They're not even my totally real other capes that I sometimes use. Now, I saw other people put, like, hoods on them, but I think just the standard cape on there works. Boop. Yeah, there we go. Nice new cape for Shin Hati. The thing is, I think the newer capes are smaller looking. But to make them match, I'll just give them both black capes, you know? Why bother giving him a nice new shiny cape when there's existing thousands of black capes just kicking around everywhere? I'll even try to get the same style that we have on Shin. Okay, I found it. Capes that are definitely fake. But capes are great. Anyways, we're at our full hour, so thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I have some capes to clean up. I also need to find those dark orange lightsabers. So we'll probably see some posts of that on the Instagram later. So check us out, quickbuildbricks.com/Instagram, and go check out Instagram. Do you want me to wait to finish, Samir? The stream is done, yeah? We're done. Oh, you'll wait for me to end it. Maybe I'll just ruin your night and take longer. Okay. Bye, everybody. See you next week.